first starts with a trigger. We can choose to react, choosing to respond. But we need to understand that our beliefs are only our beliefs. They're only our truths. 2023, we are leaving all the shit that is not serving us in 2022. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. It's your girl Jacqueline, and on this channel we talk about lifestyle, wellness, spirituality, and so much more, like self-development, mindset, and other things. In honor of rolling in 2023, I decided I wanted to do a series, kind of like a, I guess you could say, New Year, New Me series. And I know some of you are thinking like, girl, New Year, New Me? And some people, or even I, before this year, before 2023, I never really stuck to anything, but I think things are gonna change. I want this to be my year, and I want this year to be your year as well. We need to have enough discipline to bring everything that we want next year into fruition. So this is why I'm doing a New Year, New Me series. In 2023, we are no longer letting people get to us. From my experience, from my own awareness.
I swear, why is it that whenever I try to record, there's always something going on? There's a gunner outside, so don't mind that. Focus on me. Focus on my voice.
They ain't stopping, so we're gonna have to power through. Now, I know I'm not the only one who's gotten triggered one time or another. So I'm gonna give you like a little mindset shift to help you recalibrate when this happens, not to let people get to you. So with anything, it first starts with a trigger. It could be something someone says or how they say it, and also someone's actions towards you. When this happens, we have one of two choices. Okay, the first one is we can choose to react, right? Which is like this. Trigger, react. Trigger, react. It's like this, okay? There's like no time in between that. And the second thing is choosing to respond. And you're like, what's the difference? Isn't it like the same thing? No, it's not. It's completely different. Let me explain. When we react, it's usually from a place of anger, right? Someone triggers us and we snap, we react. When we do this, there's like an underlying state of fear. When we react, there's an absence of love, an absence of compassion towards that other person. That's why they either said something or did something that triggered you. And sometimes people do it consciously, and sometimes they do it unconsciously, right? Consciously is like they're trying to gaslight you, they're trying to get something out of you, they're trying to get a reaction from you. And that's kind of like a manipulative, absence of love. And on the other hand, some people, they can say something or do something and you might take offense, you might get triggered, but that person, they don't know that that thing gets you angry. They don't know that it's a trigger for you. It's a place that you need to heal from, right? And so that's how they do it unconsciously, right? And then until you bring it to their attention, then that person can change. But you can't snap at them. You can't react, because then that does nothing for anybody, right? It doesn't heal the situation. It only makes it worse. I don't know, what's more painful? The painful of changing or the pain from staying the same? Change is scary sometimes for us. It's like to do something different than what we've been programmed is scary. And then, right, there's respond, there's react, and there's respond. With response, there is a small period of a pause. The response is like with logic and emotion. Respond, just like react, also has to do with your emotions, but it's also logical. And the emotions aren't fear, they aren't anger. It's from a place of love, compassion, understanding, patience for the other person, right? Love, right? The presence of love, not the absence of love. Love is patient, love is kind, love is blah, blah. I don't even know how the rest of the quote goes, but you can look it up. Love is passion, love is patience, love is kind, love is forgiving. Now, in situations, in my own like friends, family situations, when I get triggered, I would react, and that's how most of us are. And sometimes I do respond when I'm like conscious of it, when I do want to change, and I hold love inside of me versus anger or fear, Water break.
I'm joking.
You clicked on the video because some part of you wants to change. They want to evolve. They want to self-develop, right? They want to improve their quality of life, their experience. You take what I'm saying with you on the next time that you are triggered. Now we have like an understanding of being triggered, where that comes from, right? It's important to be confident in yourself, confident in your abilities. Why? Because when you get triggered and you want to respond instead of react, you need to respond from a place of love. And when you respond, love envelops confidence in yourself. Because if someone says something either intentionally or not intentionally of hurting you, you need to be confident to hold yourself put, to stay grounded instead of getting all riled up with anger.
Surprise. Get that cone out of my face!
And stuff like that. This is me. This has happened to me. This has happened to people in my family, and I'm able to see it. I love that I'm able to see it from the other side and kind of like dissect it down to something that we can take in and use for us to be better, to evolve ourselves. Therefore, responding in a more neutral state, I like to say, right? Grounded, neither negative, neither positive, just here, you know, or if anything, right, it's going to be more positive because you're going to be able to take a breath, you know, in and be grounded and then respond, right? It's a trigger, respond, or trigger, then react. Trigger, respond, trigger, react. Which one would you like? It's important to remember that people are reflections of their beliefs. The beliefs that have been passed down from generation to generation through friends or family. And it's like this stuff is embedded in us. That's when we say something because it's our belief. But we need to understand that our beliefs are only our beliefs. They're only our truths, not everybody else's. And when you can come to that understanding, there's a level of love for all, for everybody. And I think it's important to hear everybody out, right? To get like the other piece to the puzzle, right? The whole world is like a puzzle piece. And when someone else gives their insight onto something, onto a matter or whatever, it's getting another piece of the puzzle and seeing everything like 360, seeing it from another space, right? Because we're only one set of eyes. What happens when we unite? We put other people's perspectives into the picture, other people's voices. What happens? We elevate, we evolve individually and as a whole. And it's always good to hear other people's truths. It's never a bad thing to hear other people's beliefs or their truths, because right, it's getting another piece to a puzzle. And it's okay to change your beliefs, to change your truths. On our journey, we go through different phases of our lives, and depending on those phases, we carry these beliefs, right? And most of them are limiting beliefs, and we need to change that. People can't help what they're born into, and it's important to have love for the other person. You know what I mean? If sometimes things are too toxic, a lot of people do get to you, then I think it's important to change your environment for your health, you know? Do what you gotta do to change that. If other people aren't willing to grow, it's difficult for us to grow, but it's not impossible. Difficult, but not impossible. The hardest part is our thoughts, our mentality towards that. This is why we gotta change our mindsets, reprogram ourselves. A little bit back on me and my experience, I've let a lot of people get to me. I let a lot of people get to me, and that hasn't done shit for me. And most of the times, it doesn't do anything for anyone. It's always good to take a deep breath, to ground yourself, to recalibrate, to recenter yourself, so then we can respond instead of react. There will be days that you do react and you don't respond, and that is a-okay. I don't expect myself, and I don't expect anybody else to like do a whole 180, a whole 360, 180, 360. That was a difference. I don't expect people to flip their lives upside down immediately. In 2023, we are leaving all the shit that is not serving us in 2022, and we're being better versions of ourselves in 2023, and we are sticking to it. We're sticking to it because we are changing our mindset. Okay, I know most of us, we get motivated But it's not about motivation. It's about being disciplined enough to change your mindset. Because your mindset is what runs everything. Is that it? I don't know if that's anything. Do I have anything else to say? I don't expect anybody to always respond instead of react. I don't expect myself to always respond over reacting, because of the fact that we have to be aware, we have to be conscious, and we're not always aware, we're not always conscious. And sometimes when we are conscious, it's like we're not in the present moment as much. I like to think, and sometimes I just want to be immersed, you know, and I want to be me. And sometimes me being me is flaws, right? It's no change, but there's like a balance to everything, you know. 2023, I'm gonna do my best to not let people get to me, right? Because I'm the driver. I can only control me and my actions. And at the end of the day, it's, do I want to give more of my energy to whoever's triggering me? I don't want to make shit worse, because by reacting and making things worse, it's only going to bring more energy towards that. And you know, we have to choose, what do we want to put our energy, we have to choose what we want to put our energy into that anger and stuff, and right, talking in a conversation at that moment, or do we want to put it towards something else, like going towards our goals, right? Like for me, it's this channel, and it's also my shop, my business, and then it's also my health. I haven't worked out in months, and I'm getting fatter, okay? But things are gonna change. The mindset's gonna change. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm changing my body. I'm gonna look good, real good in 2023, okay? Yeah, keep a lookout for the next videos I post, because it's a series, right? I'm gonna be uploading, okay, at least 3 times a week, I think. I'm gonna do it 3 times a week. So yeah, it's a series, so watch the other videos so we can get ready for 2023. We can be that bee, okay? I'm gonna be posting a lot of good shit every single week videos. I'm gonna try to do 3 a week. Let's do it. Help me get to my goals, okay? Subscribe. And with that being said, remember that you are loved, you are guided, and you are protected.